Jurors took more than 11 hours to decide Christopher Clements is guilty of kidnapping and killing 13-year-old Mirabel Gonzalez. 9 on your side's Craig Smith has been following this trial throughout. We find him at the courthouse with the latest on the jurors' decision. Craig, what can you tell us?
Well, we won't know what Clements' punishment is going to be until Judge Marner rules on that several weeks from now. We do know that County Attorney Laura Conover ruled that she's not going to request the death penalty in this case or really any other cases. So under the law, that leaves Clements a life sentence that in practice will work out to at least 35 years.
The prosecution conceded it did not have anyone who witnessed Christopher Clements put Mirabel Gonzalez in his car and drive her away to her death. The state's case depended on the weight of circumstantial evidence, including pictures of young girls on Clements' iPads. Prosecutors said that suggested an obsession with young girls. The night Mirabel disappeared, Clements argued with his girlfriend and left the house. The prosecution's cell phone tracking expert showed Clements' phone moving through Tucson at the time and in the area where Mirabel Gonzalez would have been walking to visit a friend. Melissa Stark, the ex-girlfriend, testified Clements came home about midnight, demanded bleach, took her car to go buy more bleach, then returned and wanted to be sure she had not looked in his car trunk while he was out. She said he returned about dawn, immediately took a shower, and ordered her to wash his clothes and use bleach to clean every place he had been since his return. An electronics expert said for parts of the night, Clements was using his phone with software that allowed him to listen to police radios. Cell phone tracking showed shortly after midnight, Clements' phone headed north, probably up I-10, then spent an extended period connected to a cell phone tower that served the remote part of Avra Valley where Mirabel's body was found. Medical examiners could not determine exactly what killed Mirabel. There was no gunshot wound, no stab wounds, no sign of drug overdose. They suggested asphyxiation as a possible cause of death, but said advanced decomposition interfered with ways to confirm that. Clements' defense suggested the case might not be murder at all, that Mirabel died of natural causes or undetected drug overdose, and that someone had simply dumped her body where it was found. DNA was an issue in the case. A sample recovered from Mirabel Gonzalez's body could not be read at 5 of 23 key locations. DNA expert witnesses said the sample was good enough to include Clements in a group of males who could have been the source of the sample, but that group could also include all males on the paternal side of Clements' family and 1 in 8,600 males in the general population.
Now, Clements was already sentenced to 65 years for a stack of burglary and fraud charges. We could not see any reaction of him coming from him for this murder conviction. Reporting live, Craig Smith, KGUN 9 on your side.
All right, thank you, Craig. Clements will face another trial for the murder and kidnapping of Mirabel Gonzalez, and that comes early next year. We'll have more from the courthouse coming up at 6.